I just saw Queen of the Ring, the new biopic about the first original, I don't know if it's the first original, but basically the famous women's wrestler in the 1950s. It was all right. It was fun and uplifting. It was definitely way too long. Could have easily been cut 30 minutes to 45 minutes. I always wonder sometimes when I see these biopics, are they trying so desperately to, do what actually happened in history? The coolest thing for me was seeing, the actual parts of history and this cool thing that like women actually did. That to me was interesting. Also, Walton Goggins I just love Walton Goggins in anything, any and everything he does. He's just like a superb actor. And you get to have a cool little pimp cane. The thing for me, it was quite cheesy. There was stuff that was quite cheesy and quite on the nose. And when I was watching it, I was like, this feels like something that a man wrote and a man directed, because there's a lot of really like cliche stuff about being a woman. And nothing in the film like really, I think there was only like one moment where like I remember myself getting chills. But overall, like with stuff like this, that's, women centric and something about like a woman doing something for the first time. It's like, for me, it's like, how could I not be like constantly crying or constantly moved? And I didn't find myself really like that for most of the film, really at all. And I'm very easily moved. So anyway, I just had an inkling that I was like, it's probably because a man wrote it and a man directed it. And then I looked it up and I was correct. No offense to the writer or director. Like I've said on these podcast episodes before, did he talk to any other women before he wrote it, before he directed it? Did he do his due diligence and his research to really try to get inside the world of what it is to be a woman? Because there was just a lot of moments of this film that felt like that moments of that Avengers movie where the chick's by herself and then they're like, we've got her back, and they all line up behind her. And it felt really, anyway, I really thought it would be better than it was. It's not bad. It was just all right. It was okay. Pretty basic. Thought the lead actress was really great. But yeah, little cheesy on the nose, uplifting, fun, basic. There you go. Just one more thing. I really, really hope that the writer and the director felt a personal connection to this. Like he grew up watching wrestling, or his mom was a single mom or something, because part of me wonders if the reason that it just didn't feel as good or whatever is because he was just, they were just trying to find something that seemed really like la 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 or whatever, or going to be the next hit or trendy, and it's trendy now. Women empowerment is trendy now. Didn't you know this? Versus it being something that was actually authentic to him, which, I might go look up some interviews, and even if the guy does say it doesn't necessarily mean so, there was just something about it that felt really like cliche and a little like surface level and not really getting to like true humanity, true authenticity when I was watching it. And like I said, I don't think that like you have to be of that same gender to create something, but part of me just wonders, like, was this like a director just paired with this project, like why did this guy want to make this about this woman? Not that he can't want that, but like, was it an authentic undertaking? Okay, spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. Stop listening if you don't want it spoiled. I just thought of something specific I wanted to talk about. the thing with her and the son, even if that was accurate, like that her husband's son, which obviously wasn't her husband, that her husband's son from another marriage liked her and wanted to be with her. That was weird. And even if it was something that happened, it wasn't needed, like showing that and then showing him asking the guy and then, him saying no. And it just like, and then him getting with the other June chick. I understood because she was the one that like kind of like nursed him back to health or whatever. But it's like, it was just strange and it wasn't needed. Also, I thought the actor that played his son was kind of weak and they didn't really have any chemistry. So that was also probably what made it weird too.